This is Pastor Byron from Life Point Church in Lexington, North Carolina. The words of the wisest man who ever lived, Solomon. Proverbs 16:24 wrote, "Gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones." Words have great power. This is something I think each of us inherently understand, but it's easy to lose sight of in our culture today. A changing culture, an electronic world, technological society, we're bombarded with words, messages, morning to night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 30 days a month, 365 days a year. Social media posts, headlines, text, messages, email, Instagram. They all feed our minds with an abundance of words that we have to process. And unfortunately, we have become, for what I hope is a brief period of time, but it is a period of time in which we are in right now, that we're parenting negative things. Negative things we hear, negative things we read, negative things someone else says. We being believers, we being the church, we're representatives of God. We should be sharing His word, speaking in a positive manner. We should be encouraging. We should be full of gratitude and thankfulness for what we have. Solomon said when we do this, when we're thankful, when we're grateful, when we're positive, when we're encouraging, when we're gracious, we're introducing a sweet aroma into the atmosphere. And it points directly, as a believer, points directly to the heart of a loving God. May I challenge you to be a good steward of your words. We live in a day, in a year, in a culture that needs the encouragement of believers, needs positive affirmation and building up of people. The fear that's so prevalent in our society at the present time, the strong level of distrust, the dissension that abounds. And the Lord, I believe, expects us to be the antidote of all of this. Resist the urge, the temptation to speak words that are not edifying to God. Determine that you are going to be a positive force for change. affirm others to the power of God. The loving graciousness of God, who's always victorious over pain, over problems, over challenges, over negativity that we face. God does not demand, God does not expect anything special or remarkable from us to do this. He's only looking for believers who are willing to be obedient, who are willing to surrender yourself so that He can use you to be an encouragement, to build up others. Let God have your tongue so that He can use your tongue to be positive, to be encouraging. He can do more with you than you can do with you. Without trusting Him, without being obedient to Him, we will never succeed. I challenge you today, believer, let God be in control of your life. Let God be in control of your words. Our Father, may these words serve as a challenge and an encouragement to those who are struggling, to those who are listening and can't quite find their way in the midst of all the negativity of our society. May the church, may we as believers sound more loudly and more boldly than ever the power, the forgiveness, the graciousness of a